Welcome to the Big E Outdoor Radio Show with your hosts, Big E and Brandon of Big E TV. Found nationally on your favorite outdoor television channels. Big E Outdoor Radio challenges all the hot topics in the outdoors, from racing to hunting and even grilling in the backyard. Our mission is to educate on the facts of the impact of the outdoors on all our lives and encourage good stewardship and good fellowship among our ranks. Follow Big E Outdoors on Facebook at Big E Outdoors and Big E Outdoor Radio. Send us feedback and get in on conversations with us. Fasten your seatbelts, because this ain't your daddy's morning show. We'll be right back with Big E and Brandon in the morning on Big E Outdoor Radio.
And we're back with some more Big E Outdoor Radio. Here we got Big E and little baby E in here, and I don't know where in the heck in the world old Quickie Brandon is this morning. He's out there someplace floating around, and hopefully he's not floating around, but you know what I mean.
You said he was doing the shack party thing.
There's the shack party. He was supposed to call, and he hasn't called, but you know. So I was talking about the...
Hey, did you hear little E?
What did he say?
He's probably sleeping out there.
Yeah, he probably is. You're right. He probably is sleeping. Your uncle. We were talking about the cool products that I ran into when I was out there at the the SHOT Show.
You were doing what at the ATF?
Yeah, ATA is the archery one, yeah. And, you know, like I said, you know, you go by and you see there's so many people that have something similar or something the same. And it's, to me, it's like, well, hey, you know what? If I've already been there, done that, or I know that a lot of people out there have, it's not even worth my time to stop and interview them. So, I mean, if I wanted to go from booth to booth to booth to interview, man, I could do two shows, 3 shows at a time while I was out there. But for me, I walk and I look at all the stuff that they have, and then I think about it, and then I'm like, okay, I'm going to go back and interview that guy. So another cool thing that I had found when I was out there was this cleaning stuff, and it was called Metalloid, and gun care products, and they got a really cool logo. It looks like it's a big old boar hog tearing through the logo and stuff, and they got these little kits that they sell, and it's all the different kinds of cleaners. I mean, there's one in there for the gun cleaning. Oh, and most of them are green products, so they're good for the environment. They're safe around your animals, pets, things like that. Except for, of course, the gun cleaner that has some agents in it for cleaning your bore and things like that, you know. But otherwise, they've got a green gun oil, and they say that
was this the one that was? They said almost everything does not have petroleum distillates in it.
Yep, they use other things. They use other like citrus agents and things like that. Their green gun oil. They took some people's guns that actually were really rusted, surface rust, for these guys that left, you know, taking them out hunted with them, then put them away, and they had some dampness on them. And they could take this green gun oil and they'd soak it on there, rub it on, and then just wait a little bit, and then wipe it off, and all that rust came off. I mean, just with the oil, not even with the cleaner. And then they've got a stock oil, and then there's a leather oil for, you know, like your slings and butt plates and things like that. And then they got one that's called this Duck Hunter's Delight, which is you spray it on. You can totally spray it on your weapon and everything. It's like an oil, but it's like taking Rain-X to the max, because you can drop your gun in the water or whatever and pull it out, and it's dry. The water's gone. It completely beads it right off. It's like it's pretty cool.
Whoa.
So They've got a full system for treating weapons, and the stuff's only $5 a bottle.
What?
Yeah, it's only $5 a bottle. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 in this. There's 6 products in this little kit that you can get for $30. And I'm trying to remember what the other one is. It's some kind of cleaner as well, but you can use it on everything. It's like a gunk cleaner and stuff like that. But yeah, they've got these little packages, and they're so it's $30. Oh, that's a hand cleaner. That's right. I couldn't remember what that 6 bottle was. It's a special hand cleaner. It's green again. It'll get down into your pores and everything and clean your hands. Now here's where that hand cleaner really came in handy out there, and this is why they caught my eye. Because at the SHOT Show, all these people are going out to the range. There's big ranges out there. They want to shoot these big 50 cals, and they want to shoot all these guns and everything.
Okay.
That ends up putting residue on your hands.
Right.
If you go through the scanner at the airport,
and
anything beeps, the next thing they do is they wipe down your hands to see if you have any explosive residue, gunpowder residue, anything like that. And if you have any residue on your hands from gunpowder, you've got some explaining to do.
Yeah, instead of going to the air, as they call it, instead of going to the gate area. Yes, sir. Can we please speak to you in this little office
room
off
over
to
here,
the, yeah.
and you can hear the gloves snap when they say it. Yeah, it's like, come on in here. So, you know, that cleaner is nice because a lot of people were using that to wipe their hands off before they went to the airport after they'd seen this stuff. And this is all made by a company here in the United States, which is cool. You know, I tend to be a little bit more drawn to made in America products and things like that.
Haven't noticed that.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, this is I believe these guys are out of Arkansas, which is why they ended up with this hog thing, or this big Razorback hog is their symbol. But they're calling the stuff Metalloid Gun Care Products. They're saying it's bore tough, and you know, it seems like some really great stuff. I can't wait to. I've got some shotguns and things that have got some rust on them, and that I'm going to use it and see how it works and lube them up. And it won't take the finish off. It won't take the finish, and it won't take if you've dipped it, if you've had it custom dipping done to it, or it's not going to take any of that off. In fact, you can preserve it by treating it with this stuff.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I was pretty impressed by that product. If you were paying attention and wondering what else was cool that I had run into, I ran into another product called Arms Reach. No,
I did not hear about that one.
This is a little safe thing. I'm going to show you a picture of it. I got to put these on our website too, by the way. See, it's a little safe thing for pistols. And
is that okay? That's the one for. Is that the car version or is that the home version?
This is the home version for the side of the bed.
Okay, I did hear you talk. Like I said, some of the stuff I have to record other stuff, and then I can't listen to the radio. I can't listen to couldn't listen to your show, but yeah, okay. Now I know exactly. Because I heard you. I heard the part of that because they used to ask if specifically if that could be used in a car, and the guy said
they're working on one.
They're working on a model specifically for. Now, how does that thing? Is that just? I mean, is it mounted to your bed, or is that something that goes between the mattress and the box spring? That was the part that I missed on that thing.
All right, I'll try to explain it so that in radio land we can hear it. Okay, the box itself looks similar to like a.
It looks like a tall, narrow briefcase.
Right.
It would be a good way to think of a briefcase, turn it on its end. But it would open on the narrow side instead of the wide way.
It opens on the end then, yeah. And they've got it bolts to a plate that kind of has some contour to it. So it's not like just a straight.
Right.
It has like a little bump in it so that when your mattress sits on it, it kind of lays on it too. And then that goes in between the mattress and the box spring. And then there's a cable that comes off of that and goes around to the other side of the bed. Underneath your covers, but it'll chain.
Oh, so like
the
you
cables
go
down.
So
you
in other
can't
words,
pull this off.
So in other words, go underneath, all the way underneath the bed, and then come back under the mattress.
Yeah.
So basically,
ain't nobody going to steal this thing without taking the whole bed with them. And so, it slides in there now, and it holds it right up tight to the bed. When you make the bed, you're not going to see it. It's going to be underneath the cover.
If you make the bed.
The comforter. Yeah, if you're one of them. I can't stand getting into a bed that's not made, so mine's made all the time. In case anybody's listening out there, ladies, I do make the bed. But anyway, and not to get off track or anything, but you notice, like, here's a picture of it. And when I'm taking pictures, look at that good-looking blonde in the back that I got. I didn't even notice I had her on there, but it's like, when you start looking at the residuals, I'm looking at the pictures, I'm like, hey. Yeah. You just never know what you're going to catch in the background. Yeah. So, anyway, they had a video of this running. This thing opens with, you can open it with several ways. It opens with a key. It'll open with a code. Or it opens with your thumbprint, which is the way it's supposed to be worked. But those other two are your backups in case the thumbprint. Or your index finger. And so what happens is you take your index fingerprint, you hold it on there. It scans it. It knows, okay, you're a guy that's able to open the box. Now it'll let you put 10 people in there like that.
It was going to be my next question.
Yep. Then it showed how easy it is. Guy was actually laying in the bed like he would have been laying there sleeping. It was a demo, of course. A fake intruder comes in, for the demo purposes. All he does is slides his hand down the side of his bed with his finger on that thing, boom, and it instantly pops open. And right next to his hand, there's his pistol. So, I mean, if you're laying in your house, this would be great for, like, women that live alone and, need to have some home security, rather than having a pistol that you got shoved underneath the bed or under your pillow. I can't tell you how many times I've, gone out with women and bang your head on something hard and you realize she's got a pistol under the pillow. No, I'm just kidding. But
Brandon.
Yeah, Brandon, we need you. So, or you don't have. Are we up against a break?
Almost, yeah.
We don't have to. You don't have to put it in a nightstand either. You put your pistol in a nightstand, and heck, like right here, I got my 5-year-old grandson with me. He runs around the house.
Right.
He's familiar with the fact that Papa hunts and that I've got guns around, and so the last thing you want is a kid to grab the pistol out to look at it, just being curious. It might not even be being naughty, but now you have to keep your pistol unloaded, keep your bullets separate, keep everything because you got kids around. Well, then what happens when somebody breaks in? Now you got to try to get all this stuff together to be able to defend yourself. So this way you can keep the pistol there next to the bed, keep the magazine in it. You don't have to put one in the chamber, which I strongly recommend not doing anyway right off the bat, but nobody can get in it. Now, the next safety feature is if you do have kids around, it'll let you store a tattletale list or a do not enter list. So you have them kids come over and you have them.
Oh yeah,
it.
that was I heard.
Yeah, and if they try,
the thing I remember you asked. Basically, does it give you time and date? They just said it will give you pretty much a date. It's not
right.
it's not time stamped.
Right. But nonetheless,
it still tells you that
somebody was trying to get in, and they shouldn't have been. So then you know that, little E was trying to get in there to my pistol case. So now I need to have a talk with him and say, you don't play with the guns when we're not around.
Or that,
someone unauthorized, the maid.
Or the babysitter.
House cleaner, babysitter, whatever. Somebody was dinking around trying to get in that pistol box. Now, even if you don't have them stored as a tattletale list, it'll still tell you that an unauthorized person tried to get in. So now you'll know, well, all my kids are on this thing, so somebody else tried to get in. I'm guessing it was probably my house cleaner, or it was, a guest that you had at the house. That girl, you couldn't remember her name. Whoever. And you woke up and you found out that he was standing up at the bathroom. So then his name was Caitlin. Oh no.
And on that note,
yeah, let's take a quick break. We'll come back and talk about some more recap on the SHOT Show from Vegas 2016.
Grilling season never ends at Dickey's Barbecue Pit in Wausau. Meats are seasoned and slow smoked in hickory wood burning pits on site daily. Buy it as a meal or buy it by the pound. Takeout's available. Drive-through, dine-in, or even get Dickey's to cater your next big event. Dickey's Barbecue Pit, located at 2111 Stewart Avenue across from Furniture and Appliance Mart. You can smell the hickory smoke goodness already. Hey, it's deer season and some of us don't have the best hunting shack. But if you go see our friend Denny at the Shed Shop in Anawa and Shawano, you can find the perfect little cabin, shed, or even a deer blind. Denny at the Shed Shop has the best little buildings in the Northwoods, all made with the quality of the Mennonites. So check out the Shed Shop today. Give Denny a call at 715-584-3054. The Shed Shop.
Do you want to get the most exposure for your business for each dollar spent? Of course you do. We can help. Whether it's simple lettering, company decals, or a complex vehicle wrap, Auto Trim and Sign is a 3M certified company that can design, manufacture, and install graphics perfect for your business. You can be assured your car, truck, trailer, big rig, or your company's entire fleet will be in good hands. Check out our website at autotrimofwassa.com for examples of our work, or give us a call today, 715-842-9114.
When you're cruising down the road and watching wheels astray, B.I.B. Auto Body night or day.
Whether you had a run-in with a deer or something a little bigger, BRB Auto Body can make your car look like it just rolled off the assembly line. BRB Auto Body specializes in complete body and paint repair, fiberglass repair, and custom painting. At BRB Auto Body, you'll receive a complimentary loaner car while yours is being repaired. Plus, you can have pictures of your vehicle's progress emailed to you on a daily basis. BRB Auto Body also offers 24-hour towing and roadside assistance at 359-9792. The next time you need auto body repair, choose BRB Auto Body, located just 1/2 mile past the Cedar Creek Mall on Highway XX in Rothschild, and online at brbautobodyinc.com.
Expect a quality job from B.I.B. Auto Body. B.I.B. Auto Body. B.I.B. Auto Body.
And we're back with some more Biggie Outdoor Radio. Oh, yeah. It was a little bit of a longer break there, but I was just checking up on my messages here and trying to figure out where in the world Brandon is out there. So before the break there, we were talking about that arm's reach thing, and we pretty much wrapped that up. But it's a very nice product to be able to keep your home protection sidearm locked up so nobody can get at it, but yet handy enough that you can get it out when you need it in a jam. So I'm just trying to look and see. They've got two models. One's one's made out of metal or some kind of steel, and the other one is made out of a poly, but a real tough poly. And I think it's a product that a lot of people should look at. And I think the website is in this picture, so I'm going to pull it up. It's no, it's not.
Okay.
It's armsreach.com.
Oh, what was the other one before?
Go ahead. What were you going to say?
No, I was thinking about the really long website for the gun cleaning projects.
They had a big website, the gun cleaning product.
Or not a big, it was a long name.
Yeah, it was like metal. Yeah, right here it is on this next picture. Metalloid something or another. I mean, it's they didn't get it very easy to do. Metalloid Firearms Products.com. Metalloid Firearms Products.com.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd have come up with MFP.com or, I mean, I don't know. I'd have thought of something. There's probably MFP's probably taken, but, yeah, that's a big one. That's a big
website. What else caught your eye out there that was not?
Some of the girls on the corners, the dancing girls?
No.
Not that?
No.
Okay. There was another product made by somebody. I don't have the picture of that one, but out of Wisconsin. One of the things that we try to do is take a lot of youth hunting, and we take some disabled hunting. And I've struggled for a few years with some products that are good, but they're somewhat limited. That's what I'm trying to get at. There's one out there called the Eye Scope and the Eye Spotter. Okay, and this is Jeff Foxworthy endorses this thing. It's a great product.
Wait, does that mean it's a joke?
No. This is Jeff Foxworthy's a big hunter, so yeah, he endorses this one.
Yeah, come on. He's also a comedian.
Yeah, I know. But this thing's serious.
And so is Ted.
So this has a tube that slides over the scope, and then you can mount your cell phone, but you got to order the mount.
Was this the cell phone camera thing?
Yeah. But now that wasn't called the ice. I'm just explaining what else has been out there over the years.
Oh, okay.
So the Eye Spotter and the Eye Scope, they work well, but in today's world, how many times do we change our cell phones? People are breaking screens, getting new phones, upgrading. The mount for that thing is like $100, and so you're constantly changing it, and it won't work because of the way it sets up and lines the camera up with the scope. It has to be a case made or a holder made for the phone you have, and so you can't just buy a generic one, use it on the Eye Scope or the Eye Spotter, and it becomes kind of a cumbersome deal.
Right. Yeah, I'll agree.
And the reason for wanting to use your cell phone with a spotter with a scope is because, let's say you have a kid that with a crossbow with a scope or whatever, that eye relief when they're trying to get their eye lined up just perfect with a scope and find the animal in it and everything, it makes it tough. But if you can take your cell phone and take that screen and put that basically on the end of your scope now, and just look at the cell phone, and that's going to have your crosshairs and everything. It's seeing what you normally would see. You don't have to worry about where your eye relief is. You don't really have to even worry about exactly how far back your cheek is laid down, whatever. The kid can hold the rifle with you there supervising him. You can see what he's seeing. You know where the crosshairs are. He can see a whole lot better, and it makes it easier for them to shoot and learn.
Yeah, but it makes it a lot harder than to get that charcoal ring around your eye.
Yeah, it's one way to remember. Yeah.
I mean, how am I supposed to get a hold of your cell phone and put the charcoal on it so when you hold it up to your face, you get a square or a rectangle on it?
Well, hopefully you don't put it right to your eye anymore. But anyway, the other advantage to it is, like I said, working with disabled folks or with handicap or with people that are new, you can help them. You can be over their shoulder and help them, guide them, and help make sure that, what they're shooting, make sure they're stable, make sure all that kind of stuff. Plus, you're using the camera feature on your phone. So at any time, all you got to do is touch your screen button or your snap button or whatever it is, depending on what phone you have, and you can take a picture of what you're looking at through the scope. Or push the video button, and it'll record while you're hunting. And you got it right there on your phone now. So that's the reason to use a cell phone. Now, the Eye Spotter and the Eye Scope was a great invention, and it is a good deal. But as any invention, there can always be something better. So we were going along, and all of a sudden I see this booth called Ram Products. And I'm thinking, Ram Products must be for the trucks. So I walk by it. Probably walked by it a half a dozen times. I come by on the other end. Why I walked by it a half a dozen times, it was right by the food court. That's why.
See, food court?
Yeah. I was always hanging out there getting something to eat. So I came back by it again on the end, and it was near the end of the show, and they were sharing the booth with a guy, and this guy from Wisconsin called Attach It. And as I went by, here's his cell phone looking through a spotting scope, and he had another one sitting there. It was mounted to a mock rifle stock, with a scope on it and everything. And I caught my eye. I stopped. I backed up. I'm like, that's what this is. I said, this is pretty cool. What is it? So he shows me. Now, they've got it where it does the same thing where it looks, but you don't have a tube that slides over your scope or anything. You got something that kind of mounts on there and stays there. And all it does is brings back a little magnetic square. And that little magnetic square just sits there next to the scope. You can use the scope the regular way. You and I could be shooting out of it. All of a sudden, now we want to take Junior here and we want to let him shoot. You take your cell phone, you turn around, you slap it up. You don't even have to line it up because it pulls itself right into alignment. And it comes with you still have to order the case for your phone, but it's a lot cheaper. It's like $25. And
oh, okay. So
now,
that's what the magnet's for. Got
yep, and now like the back of and it's actually a case. It's very similar to the OtterBox. It's really heavy duty, so you could carry your phone in it all the time. And then on the back, there's a little square metal piece, and you just drop it up to the phone up there. You don't have to sit there and line it up. Nothing. It automatically will put your camera lined up immediately with the scope, and it's on. So you and I could be out there hunting, doing our shooting, doing whatever, regular rifle. All of a sudden, hey, Junior wants to shoot. Turn the cell phone on, slap it up there, boom, he's ready to go. Or you decide that I'm talking about you, not to you. Or you decide that you want to photograph or video what you're going to shoot or hunt. You can instantly, just that quick.
Yeah, but the thing with, especially with photo or video, that can be used against you in court.
Depends on what you're shooting. But no, the other thing is that he works with the people from Ram Products or whatever they were, Ram Mounts, it was called. These guys make, that stuff you can buy for your truck to hold your cell phones and your GPS and all this garbage sits in your dash. Okay, these guys make good stuff. Are you talking
the ones that go like on the dash, the stuff, the suction cup stuff? Or
yeah, it can go on the dash. It can go against windshields all over. Now these guys make them that have like knuckle joint type things, so you can turn it any direction. They're very heavy duty. It's not going to fall off. Be driving down the road and it bounces off. Next thing you know, it's on the floor with your cell phone in it, whatever. And so he works with them. So now you can take your phone, turn around, and go to your truck, and you'll have one of these things sitting in your truck with a little magnet piece, and you just slap your phone on there to hold your phone in the dash of your truck while you're driving down the road. Same thing that you were using for your gun. And if you wanted to use it as a dash cam, because there's nothing like, right now, think about how a lot of our phone mounts are in our vehicles and how they hold the back of the phone.
Right.
This one only has a little stem that comes up with a magnet. So bam, you slap it in there. Your phone is you can use your phone as a dash cam.
Because the camera is above.
It's not blocked. Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. And the list goes on and on. They have endless line of lists of things that you can get there for mounts from those two products.
Huh.
How are we doing on time?
That time.
It is. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back and I'll talk about another great product that we've seen there.
It's the ultimate tailgate event. Your chance to score big savings at Stark GM of Merrill. Last month, Stark finished 22nd in GM certified sales in the entire United States of America. So if you're looking for a GM certified pre-owned, Stark is the place. Find 30 certified pre-owned cruises starting at $9,995 or $149 a month. Choose from 14 GM certified Chevy Impalas starting at $12,988 or $196 a month. Or lease a new 2015 Chevy Cruze, just $69 a month. And Stark is your truck headquarters. And that's why you can save up to $11,000 on select 2015 crew cabs. Hurry! This ultimate tailgate event ends soon at Stark GM of Merrill and Highway 51 in Kew. Or visit us at starkmerrill.com. Plus tax and license fees. Cruise selling price $99.95, $149 a month, 0 down, 72 months, 3.49%. Impala selling price $12,988, $196 a month, 0 down, 3.84% APR, 75 months. With approved credit, 24-month lease, 10,000 miles a year, $44.50 in rebates included. Must currently lease a non-GM vehicle. While supplies last. See dealer for details. Based on August GM certified pre-owned sales in the country.
Looking for the perfect gift for your hunter? How about some hydrographic dipping? Check out Adrenaline Hydro down at the Cedar Creek Mall. They're located in the Biggie Outdoor Museum and Pro Shop. You'll find the hydrographic solution to all your needs. Let Adrenaline Hydro put a custom look on your gun stock deer skulls, bar glasses, car and truck rims, or even put a graphic design on the entire interior of your car or truck. Come see us for a deer season special. Bring us your deer head, uncleaned, and we'll beetle clean it and dip it with your choice of over 1,000 different patterns for only $125 for the whole package. Get on down to Cedar Creek Mall and grab a gift certificate for this now before the special ends. That's Adrenaline Hydro down at the Cedar Creek Mall, located in the Biggie Outdoor Museum and Pro Shop. Every single day, people just like you are leading happier, healthier lives by working out at Snap Fitness. With 2 locations, one in Weston and one in Wausau across from Fleet Farm, the hardest part of getting into shape is just walking into gym for the first time. So don't wait any longer. Head on down to the best deal in town and the best atmosphere you'll find for getting into shape. Trained professionals at Snap Fitness make them the perfect choice over any other fitness center in the area. Snap offers fitness classes, professional trainers, and the best equipment around. Get your own personal key to a private gym. Work out anytime you want, 24/7 in a members-only environment. No need to lock into the long-term contracts of other gyms. And tell them you want the Biggie Outdoor Special to get the best deal around on your membership. Snap Fitness in Wausau and Weston.
And we're back. Welcome back, Biggie Outdoor Radio. Haven't heard anybody on that phone line yet. No Brandon. Nobody is awake yet. I'm having a feeling that there might be. Well, let's hope he didn't drop his truck in the ice. There. You think he might have? You think he might have fallen through the ice with his truck?
Yeah.
Does that worry you a little bit?
Huh?
Does it worry you a little bit? Are you more worried about Uncle or his truck?
His truck, good.
Sit up here.
Because, it's pretty, like...
Sit up here and talk in here. Why, you want his truck?
Yes, when I get bigger, I want to kind of drive it around.
Yeah.
And then,
So it's okay if Uncle falls through the ice, just not his truck, right?
Yes.
I love how you can lead a kid right where you want to go with it, you know?
Well, I was just going to say he's been hanging around you too much.
Yeah. You know, Uncle wants to take you out ice fishing. What do you think of that? Mm-hmm. Hey, does your dad fish?
No.
He's about the right size for jake fishing.
Yeah. Oh, I was going to say for sturgeon bait.
Ah! Or
Hey.
some of those channel cats.
Yeah.
Gators.
Gators.
Broadcasting.
Gators are pretty good.
Yeah.
Pardon me. I thought this was the shed party.
Yeah.
Shack party.
The shack party. I think Uncle's on the phone. Listen to that. Now what?
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
You've been in recovery for years.
Oh, yeah. So, how about, does your dad hunt, Brantley?
I can't hear these.
You can't hear anything? I'll turn you up a little bit.
Push a couple
I
of
said, does
buttons
your
here.
daddy hunt?
Hang on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turn it up really loud.
Turn it up really loud. Does your dad hunt as much as Papa does?
No.
No? Huh. Guess who's on the phone now? Guess who's on? Listen in your ears. Are you there, Uncle?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good.
Hey, Pop. Hey. Hey,
You think that I dropped my truck through the ice, huh?
Yeah, I know it. I knew you would. I knew you were coming, and I knew. Are you done going swooping on the ice?
No, we're gonna go back out there today, but right now we're making a plan for breakfast.
What the?
Hey,
Hey.
Brandon, did you catch the fact that he was more? It's okay if you go through the ice, but not your truck.
Yeah, I noticed that. I really feel loved.
You're really gonna have to talk to your sister about how much time Little E is spending with Big E.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
He's starting to train him early.
Yeah.
Yes, I am. I'm getting
at least-
veterinary.
At least he hasn't sworn on the radio yet, so.
No.
that's
Yep.
good.
No, he hasn't gone through 1 through 7 yet. No.
No.
Well, that's good.
I have not.
That's good.
No.
You know, I've got the mighty fisherman here from the Goldsmith Guide Service sitting here with me. Yeah.
Really? Is that what it is? So have you guys caught anything?
We had a few flags yesterday.
Have you guys? What did you catch today?
Oh, today?
Yeah,
Well,
A headache.
you caught a
headache,
head.
buddy.
You just caught a head right there. You just caught a head right there.
So do you did you get any fish or did you just get flags and nothing?
Well, we caught a few flags. That was about it. You see, Garrett and Wyatt, they got a couple of them. They pulled through the ice.
Oh.
And then there was me and Zach.
Oh.
Yeah.
So what kind of fish were you catching? Are you catching walleyes or what are you catching?
Walleyes are pretty cool.
We were fishing for walleyes last night, but
Nothing.
most of the fish that we caught were silver and blue.
Oh, they're
My favorite
Bush Light
colors?
cans.
Bottle bass.
Bottle. There you go.
Bada bass.
Are you still there, Brandon?
Yeah, we're here. Hey, just so you know, my phone might die.
Oh, really? So you were.
You sound about as prepared as your father.
Yeah, you couldn't even charge your phone for this event or what? Here.
Well, I didn't necessarily stay in a hotel last night. Actually,
Stay in a hotel tonight.
we stayed at somebody's house, and I think when they went out of town, they took all of their phone chargers with them.
And are you sure that they? Are you sure they didn't? Have the electricity shut off too?
Well, they don't even know we're here.
Oh, you just found a house that was empty, and that's where you decided to stay for the night. Oh, that's good.
Well, yeah. After we got cold and tired of not catching any fish, we just stumbled up to the closest house that had the lights off.
Yeah, and see if the doors
It
were
worked
open.
out pretty good for us. Yeah.
Is that Papa's? Papa has a brand new house. It's white. No one's in it right now. Except
Yeah, you're gonna learn a lot from this little guy here.
except for Papa. That's the only one that
Yeah.
can go in there. Because that's his office and his house. And my rules and his rules.
I'm thinking that he's going to make a better radio host than you and I.
He might.
Heck
Yeah.
no.
He might.
What's,
No, you won't.
what kind of topics you guys all covering this morning? I only started listening about a minute before I called you guys.
Well, we've been kind of recapping some of the products from the SHOT Show.
Oh, okay.
And talking about their usefulness to us as hunters and outdoorsmen and things like that. And the next one I was going to get into, Brandon, was going to be Sport Ear.
Sport Ear. Oh, okay. Yeah, you definitely need that.
You think?
Explain.
Go ahead, explain.
Explain.
Yeah. Why do I need the Sport Ear?
Huh?
Huh?
There we go. I explained it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got the picture in front of you, don't you? What is it? I don't.
Well, the Sport Ear actually they make more than one product, but it's for guys like myself and Brandon. Eventually, hopefully, he's smart enough to use more hearing protection than I did. But a lot of us, especially if you come from the military and you've been around a lot of shooting, you start losing part of your hearing.
Yeah.
And in that zone, it's in the high pitches, the high frequencies. So it's usually about like, in the frequency of a woman's voice.
Yeah. How convenient is that? Huh?
Yeah. And it's
very
the
convenient.
sounds are like the THs, the Cs, S's. Those sounds you lose. Well, you start taking, there's like a half a dozen more. You start taking those sounds out of your...
Those are your most common.
Right. So when someone's talking to you, if they're not looking right at you, you really have a hard time hearing them. And most guys don't really look at their wives when they're talking anyway. So even if she is looking at you, you're not picking up everything that she's saying or whatever. But it's typically found that you're sitting with your TV on 50 or 60 when everybody else in the house is like, turn that thing down. My God, it's terrible, Yeah. So this, you can go get hearing aids, but the problem is if you have that kind of hearing loss, which is the majority of hunters and outdoorsmen, that's the kind of hearing loss that they have. So if you get a regular hearing aid, you're going to hear like you're in a tin can because you only need it for one part of the hearing spectrum. So they did a hearing test on me again, and the hearing, it just goes along, and I'm like, it's got great hearing. Everything is great all the way up until I hit them pitches, and it drops off the charts. And in my right ear, it's gone. I don't even rate down at the bottom where it's low. It's really bad. I rate where it was unreadable.
Yikes.
Good Lord.
And they were like, are you left-handed? And I said, no. And they said, because usually what happens is guys will put that ear that they're, if they're right-handed, your right ear would be touching the stock, so you wouldn't have as much hearing loss. But it comes from laying next to other people on the ranges and working with them and things like that. So, and also I said, because when I drive down the road, usually I'm driving, and whoever I'm with, my wife or whatever, would be riding in the passenger seat. And so you constantly have that yakking in your right ear.
That's pretty cool.
So,
oh man. Yeah,
so, but anyway, my right ear is pretty much gone. So that you got to have a special hearing aid with a hole drilled in it, so it doesn't echo.
Huh.
And they have them so that they're waterproof and everything. So if you jump in the river or whatever, so they specifically make hearing aids for hunters with that kind of hearing loss and that will stand up to our kind of use. So in other words, if I'm driving along or running along in the woods and all of a sudden whatever I'm hunting jumps in the river, I can jump in the river after it. I don't have to worry about, oh Christ, I just ruined a $2,500 pair of hearing aids.
I'd like to see you jump in the river after anything.
You know what? You're going to end up in the river if you keep it up.
Yep, well.
But
So you're saying Brandon should get a pair of these hearing aids right away?
Yeah.
Because he's most likely going to need within about.
Well, he just got married, so his hearing is definitely going to be on the way out.
That's what I'm saying. That so he doesn't notice any drop off in function or anything.
Well, if he's riding around in the vehicle and he's got his wife and his mother-in-law and everybody in there, it's gonna all them Yeti yells and things like that. That kind of stuff will eventually affect his hearing.
I just want to throw this out there that you're the one saying this, not me. That way I don't get myself in trouble for.
I am just pointing it out. It's a fact of life, son. You just got married. Your hearing is definitely going. We're going to take a quick break. Hang on, Brandon. We'll be right back.
My brother Paul was a real Renaissance man, a big city ER doctor, an outdoorsman, and always the smartest person in the room. When he was killed in a deer vehicle collision, I thought it was a freak accident, but I was wrong.
Each year, deer vehicle crashes cause death, damage, and injuries. About 1 in every 100 drivers is likely to have a collision with a deer. For tips to avoid hitting a deer and the best rates in town, visit Champion Insurance in Weston. Troy Champion, your personal Erie insurance agent. A message from Troy Champion Insurance and Erie Insurance Agencies. Blazing Gifts at 1701 North 6th Street in Wausau is your downtown destination for novelty and specialty gifts. Stop in and check out Blazing Gifts for t-shirts, knives, and other specialty items, including incense, candles, and more. Blazing Gifts handles items not found in everyday stores, even custom decals made to order. Check out Blazing Gifts at 1701 North 6th Street, downtown Wausau. Big E Outdoors, located at Cedar Creek, is reopening its doors soon after its new remodeling. Home to the area's first and only big game hunting museum, with educational exhibits displaying animals from around the world and facts around the hunters' contributions to their survival. Pick up some unique souvenirs and gifts from the museum and from the Big E TV shows. Meet the pro staff from Big E TV and Big E Outdoor Radio. A great place to stop in with the whole family. And while you're there, book your next hunting trip with the Big E Outdoors Professional Hunters. With over 21 personal hunting destinations worldwide, you'll be sure to find a quality getaway with the Big E Outdoors destinations. Big E Outdoors is also home to Adrenaline Hydrographic. Check us out online at BigEOutfitters.com and register to win a free hunt. Big E Outdoors at Cedar Creek.
So this guy came into the store recently and he said, it's my 30th anniversary and I want to get something fine for my wife. I haven't bought her jewelry in a long time and it's time. Well, of course, we agreed and we helped him find a diamond bracelet that we were quite sure would blow her socks off. Well, a few days later, he came back into Jim Kreshock's and we asked him, so did she like her bracelet? He looked at us and he smiled and then he said, well, she liked it so much that she... And then he stopped smiling. She liked it so much that she... What? We said. Well, she liked it so much that she... And then he stopped again. And then we got it. So she's very happy, I said. And he nodded. And you're very happy, I said. And he nodded again. And I said, now that is what we're talking about. We're Jim Kreshock Jewelers on Rib Mountain Drive. And nobody renders guys speechless quite like we do.
Welcome back. Are you there? Can you hear me? I can't hear myself. So, oh yeah, there I am. Yep. Hey, you there, Brandon?
Yep. I'm still here. Still here. Phone hasn't died yet.
Oh well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Yep. So.
That's because you're talking on it,
well,
not your wife.
Yeah.
What's that?
It's because you don't have to listen to your wife.
Yeah.
Well, I still have a hard time hearing, though. I mean, that's...
Yeah.
But, you know, the good thing about being down here, come down here and do some fishing and catch up with the guys. I haven't seen them in a while.
Yeah.
But I get to check in and see how that table is doing. You remember that table that I had there for the wedding? Me and Megan?
Yeah. Everybody signed it.
Get to check in on that. Things actually, it's actually looking pretty nice, and there's some really nice log furniture there that Garrett has been working on, and he just got a new Facebook page up and going. So
I see you're going to try to plug your buddy here.
Yeah, well, I am actually. Yeah. So yeah, if you want to check out his Facebook page and see some of the nice log furniture he's got, it's Custom Fine Pine Design.
Could he come up with a longer and more complicated name?
Well, hey, I mean, you know Garrett. You know him.
Well, yeah, I know. I'm surprised he can spell all that. Custom Fine.
Custom Fine Pine Design.
Pine Design.
It's got a ring to it, if you can remember it.
Design with an S or just design?
Design.
Custom Fine Pine Design. Is that all?
Custom Fine Pine.
That's what he said.
Fine.
Is it all one word or is it all separate words?
It's all separate words.
Custom Fine Pine
Design.
Custom Fine.
You must be
Pine.
searching it here while you're talking.
I am. I'm looking for it. My God, he even spelled it all right. That's pretty nice. I'm thinking it says Garrett invited you to like this. Okay, I'm going to like the page there now. I'm liking it and I'm following it. It said invite friends to like this page. Okay, I don't have any friends, but custom.
Invite everybody.
Look at that.
Yeah. So,
look at that.
Actually, we're going
and
to be.
This is listen to the Tim Custom Fine Pine Designs, and their slogan is "We've got wood."
And they do. It's
yeah.
And I was actually looking at it yesterday in the garage, and it's.
You were what?
I might add, it's really nice wood.
I bet you were.
Yeah, it's just some of the best looking wood you've ever seen.
Welcome to the cabin. This is a pretty nice looking products he's got on here.
So, but actually, we're going to start displaying some of this stuff at the Big E Museum.
Nope.
So.
We will
What's
have.
that?
We're going to take it to our trade shows and things like that. But there's going to be some changes coming up there with that Big E museum. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's things you don't even know about, but that's because you're busy fishing.
I never make any of the meetings. I always have an excuse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very nice. Very nice furniture. Look at that stuff. I mean, he's got bar tops, shelving, stools, wooden toilet seats. No, not really. But you could do that. You just would have to be careful you didn't slide around on it much.
He said, he's actually sitting here next to me, and he said it's custom. He can do anything. So
There we go. Custom wood toilet seat. Now that would be awesome. Yeah, this is some pretty good stuff. He's got end tables and things like that. Who'd have ever thought he was that talented when I met him back when you guys were going to high school together?
Well, we've come a long way. Some of us have, anyways. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know about me so much.
Got a swing set here he made. That's pretty nice.
No, that was his swing set.
What's that?
That was his swing set. Yeah, he liked it so much when he was a kid. He took a picture of it and put it on there.
No, there's a wooden front porch swing here. Ding dong.
I know. Yeah, he actually he's made a few of those now. Those things he can't even keep those things.
Yeah, those are
for very
really
long, and he ends up selling them, the swings.
I would imagine. Yep. Yeah, that's a.
And like I said, he does this stuff custom, so you can make any kind of swing you want, if you know what I mean.
Oh, you could make one of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
You could chain it right to the ceiling above your bed.
I'm trying to figure out what this one picture is, the first one that's up there. It must be some stuff that's not finished yet. The picture's kind of sideways, and I can't turn it on my camera. It'd be the first one that comes up on his page when you look down there. I don't know what that is.
But I can't do more than one thing at once with my phone because as soon as I open up another app, it's gonna die.
It's gonna die for sure.
I may not even make it through the rest of this segment, and I don't have a charger here with me. So.
Oh. Well, if people are looking for some cool custom wood furniture, they can go to Custom Fine Pine Design.
Yep.
Yeah. And it's all individual words, Custom Fine Pine Design. Hey, well, I'll put a link.
And it's very affordable too. What you're going to find that you pay for any kind of log furniture anywhere else, you're definitely you're going to be paying a little bit less by going through this company. So
yeah, because
what
does he do? Cut these trees at night when nobody's paying attention, or what?
Well, yeah, his neighbor's starting to wondering why he doesn't have any trees left.
Oh, I would imagine. Okay, there. Look, I even shared it to our Big E page for him.
Awesome.
There we go. Custom Fine Pine Designs. Their slogan is "We've got wood." There we go. It's not really, but we just gave them that.
Well, they got a slogan now. That's the important part.
Now you can get hats made.
Yeah, we've got wood. Oh, man.
All right. So, back out on the lake today. How long are you going to be fishing down there? You know you got appointments up this way today.
What's that? I'm sorry.
How long are you planning on fishing today?
For a little while. I don't know. What did you say? I have appointments up there today?
Yeah. I got a place for you to look at. Remember at 1 or 1:30?
Oh.
Nothing. I'll just take your wife. She makes all the decisions in your family now anyway, now that you're married.
Yeah, you're right. She does. But she's actually making the decision to go fishing with me.
Oh, she's coming down there to go fishing with you.
Yeah, why don't you bring my nephew and come on down and see us today?
I want to see Uncle Bendon.
You want to go swimming?
Yes.
Well,
yes.
We're going to do the polar plunge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop. You might end up doing the polar plunge if you're out in that water. It's very warm out there. I don't know if you noticed that.
Actually, it ain't that bad. There was a solid 4 or 5 inches of ice underneath my truck where I was parked yesterday, so I think we were pretty good.
4
I
or
thought
5?
You said there was almost a foot.
Yeah, it was. It was about 11 to 13 inches.
Oh,
Jeez.
4 to 5 inches. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
Hey, can you explain to me one more time we were talking about vehicles falling through the ice. Why don't you tell us how that process works for getting that out and what it costs?
Well, actually, it costs you about $2,500, but you do get a free hat and a free lunch out of it, because we were just talking about it yesterday.
Where do you get the lunch from?
Well, they bought him lunch because he went in right by one of the restaurants there on Lake Puckaway.
So what you want to do is always drop your truck in close to a restaurant. They'll feel sorry for you and get you lunch.
That's
His picture's still on the wall there.
I imagine.
That's an expensive dinner.
That's an expensive hat.
That too.
But you're saying it only costs $25? I would have thought it'd been more than that. $2,500 to get his truck out of there.
Well, it depends. It depends. Sometimes it costs people more because they drop it through in deeper water.
Mm-hmm.
And Garrett got lucky. He dropped his through in probably 4 or 5 foot of water. So, and he had a 11-inch lift on the truck, so it came out a little bit easier too because they got it out within 6 hours of dropping it through the ice.
So it didn't freeze in.
It didn't freeze in. They start finding you after 24 hours.
Oh, so the DNR fine kicks in after 24 hours.
But it's probably retroactive though.
But what you ought to do,
contaminating the water.
If you can't get your truck out, then what you need to do is swim down there and take the plates off it.
Yeah, I guess that's one way to do it. That's one way to do it.
Yeah, but that VIN number is registered to that.
Darn it.
And there's multiple spots that's on the vehicle, so.
Yeah. No hiding that.
Nope.
I just saw Facebook.
Hey, my phone is chirping at me here. It's
Sure.
going to die in the next 15 seconds.
And that's about what we have.
Yeah, I think we're breaking. Yeah, we're breaking here now anyway. So.
Alrighty.
Well,
if
Brennan,
I find a charger, I'll call you guys back.
All right, see if you can do that, and fish safe today. We'll talk to you later.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.